Hello friends, in this superconducting lecture series today we are going to discuss about type 1 and type 2 superconductor, means basically types of superconductor. So we will start the lecture with my introduction. So I am Dr. Amol Nande, and today we are, as I said, going to talk about types of superconducting materials. So there are two types of superconducting material, type 1 superconductors. So we also call as a soft superconductor. These are basic elemental form of superconductor which actually pure elemental or pure superconductors which show certain magnetic property. On that basis we called it as a soft superconductors or type 1 superconductor. So let's discuss. So this is the basic schematic or diagram for soft superconducting material. When you apply magnetic field, and you will observe the magnetization for a superconductor. So as I said, these properties or type 1 superconductors are basically pure elemental superconductor like tin, lead, aluminium, mercury, zinc, niobium. So you can see that from the graph, means there is a one sharp value of critical magnetic field. Below that one the material act like a superconducting material, and above that one the material act like a normal material. Means you can say that if the material is in the superconducting state and you are applied some field, and that field is below Tc, then that material completely expel out the magnetic flux line. But as soon as, means that particular value, as soon as when you reaches the critical magnetic field, the material jump to the normal state, and it start behaving like a, responding like a normal material. Means the magnetic line of flux can pass through the specimen. So for example, consider you have a specimen with critical value 0.1 T, with critical value 0.1 T. So you can say that when you start, your material you bring down to the superconducting state, means well below the critical value, critical temperature value, and so you started increasing magnetic field. You started increasing magnetic field. So for like 0.01 Tesla, there is superconducting state, perfect diamagnetism, no line can pass through the specimen. And if you are keep going on this one, still there is no way you can actually magnetic line can pass through the specimen. But as soon as when you reach that value like 0 Tesla for example, the material will jumps to the normal state. The material jumps to the normal state and the electric line of flux started passing through it. Means the superconducting property dies. Okay, so this is big schematic about the superconductor, soft superconductor or type 1 superconductor. Let's look at their property. As I said, magnetic field below critical value totally expelled or excluded from the superconductor, and it is like means above SC the material again loses superconducting property. It is again come back to the normal property, normal state, and magnetic line started going through the sample. And it as there is a like sharp transition, we can see that it exhibits and it follows the Meissner effect 100%. Means complete Meissner effect is followed by the soft superconductor. Again the transition SC is reversible. Means consider karo कि if you started increasing the value from 0 to 1.5 Tesla, and for your material or for your specimen SC value is 0.1 Tesla, then you started increasing, so the material will be like up to 0.099 Tesla, your material is superconductor. But as soon as it reaches to 0.1 Tesla, the material jumps to the normal state. And if you do the same thing, means if you started decreasing the magnetic field, means like from 1. Consider karo ki 0.15 Tesla to the 0. The up to the last level, means up to 0.101 0.11 Tesla, the material is in normal state. And again, as soon as you decrease the magnetic field one more little bit more, when you reach the value of 0.1 Tesla, and you started going down, so exact that sharp transitions, means exact that sharp value, again your material reaches to the superconducting state. So it really doesn't matter if you start increasing the magnetic field or you start with the higher magnetic field and start decreasing the magnetic field, the transition would be or will be the same value, and that is SC, means critical magnetic field. That's why we call it as a transition is reversible. Below SC, again as I said, the material is completely superconductor, and above SC it becomes normal conductor. So in general we can say that the superconductor in which the magnetic field is totally excluded from the interior of superconductors below a certain magnetization field, we call it as a SC, and at SC the material loses superconductivity and magnetic field starts penetrating fully, are termed as a type 1 or soft superconductor, Then there is another class of superconductor, we call it as a type 2 superconductor. So alloys, nitride, oxides, where basically there are like more than one elements are involved and exhibit superconducting property. Those are like really hard superconductors, and that's why they call it as a hard superconductors or type 2 superconductor. Hard superconductor means like they are not easy to break and blah blah blah. Their magnetic properties is similar to the hard magnetic materials. That's why we call it as a hard superconductor. So this is again, the graph showing the both comparison of type 1 and type 2 superconductor. Dotted line actually showing the type 1 superconductor, and solid line showing the type 2 superconductor. So you can see the basic difference. There is only one SC value, one critical field value. Below that one material is a superconductor, above that one material is a normal conductor. But here, there are two critical value, means SC1 and SC2. So below SC1, magnet is complete diamagnet, the material is complete diamagnet and exhibits superconducting property, and your magnetic field is greater than SC2, means then your specimen reaches to the normal state and there is a superconductivity dies. But between SC1 and SC2 there is like material exhibit both property, diamagnetic as well as normal magnetic field. Means your magnetic line of field started passing, means it is not completely zero, it is not completely covered up, it is in between that. So we call that one as a mixed state, because there is a both superconducting and normal conductum property exist. So the bullet points would be, the properties would be rather to say, the material loses magnetization gradually rather than suddenly. You can see that the superconducting properties exponentially decreases. It is not like one sharp boom like in type 1 superconductor. They do not show complete Meissner effect. Of course, it is very realistic that if there are like two magnetic field value, so obviously there is not like complete complete agreement with the Meissner effect. So there is do not show complete Meissner effect. Then here we have to define two critical fields. We call as a SC1, that is called as a lower critical fields, and SC2 we call that one as the upper critical fields. So below SC1, as I said, the magnetic field line completely excluded from the specimen or the elements or the alloy, and the material will act like a superconducting state. And at SC1 the few lines started passing through the specimen, and it means the flux lines, penetration of flux line increases until SC2 value reaches. After SC2, material acts like a normal material, and the 100% penetration is possible. And clearly SC is again average of SC1 and SC2, and you can say that, or we can say that SC2 value, the upper critical field value, is greater than the actual critical field of the that specimen. So these points you have to keep in mind while studying type 2 semiconductor. The examples of type 2 semiconductor according to your syllabus are niobium zirconate alloy, niobium tin alloy, vanadium gallium alloy. These are basically intermetallic alloy. Even oxide generally shows this kind of behavior. So again, in summarize, we can say that the superconductor in which material loses magnetization gradually rather than suddenly are termed as a type 2 superconductor, So there are, in summary, we can say that there are two types of superconductor. Soft superconductor, that is type 1 superconductor, hard superconductor, that is type 2 superconductor, and there is a sharp transition for type 1 superconductor, and there is a smooth transition for type 2 superconductor. Keep those in mind. That's all for this lecture. If you have any queries, you know where to find me. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.